your best on Gates of the Garden when you battling jokes, but lost to Will, Nitty, JC. You fall short when you battle the GOATs. Your first big battle was Craig. Your ass just got smoke. Look what happened with Lamar, Jackson. Yeah, you run shit but lose when it matters the most. You supposed to get your fame off names. You done lost every playoff game. When you get tested, you don't make noise. Tay-Rock's chain.
Welcome back to another episode of Live with Carisha. I'm your host, Carisha the Diva, and we went to Canada this time for battle rapper Charron. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming on. So you're an amazing artist, very talented. For everyone who don't know, can you kind of fill them in a little bit about the history of the KOTD battle, like how it kind of got started?
Yeah, so it's been around for a little over 10 years. So it started in 2008, and I started doing it in 2009. And essentially, it's like it's similar to the URL Smack Battles. It's just the Canadian version of it. So there's two battle rappers that go against each other. It's written battles, so we get usually like a month to prepare for the opponent. And it's usually about 3 rounds, about 2 to 3 minutes each. Battle, diss each other, and then the judges pick who they thought was better, or sometimes it's promo and like the fans just decide to.
Do you ever forget your lines, like when you write your battles? Have you ever like had a brain freeze?
Yo, knock on wood, I haven't yet. But now that I said that, I probably will next time.
Oh no! Hey, it happens to me. Just if you drop the ball, just close your eyes, let it catch back up to you, or throw something else in, or say something you already said before.
Yeah, straight up.
What's been like, has it ever been like an embarrassing moment during the battle where you just like, oh my God, I cannot believe this just happened?
Probably the most embarrassing one, it was on like World Star and stuff. It was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was battling this guy named K-Shine in Atlanta. And I had like a prop, and he like hit it out of my hands, and I got mad, and then I slapped his hat off his head, and then he actually slapped me, and then that like went viral on World Star and all the blog sites and stuff, and then people photoshopped like a huge handprint on my cheek. It wasn't real, but like that went viral. That was like the clip with it, so everyone thought I had like a huge handprint on my cheek, and yeah, that was probably the most embarrassing moment I had.
Yeah, so thank you for telling us. At least you were honest. So I wanted to ask you this because it's hip hop. I noticed that with the battle rap, and y'all could get a little below the belt. How do you feel being as a white man and people bring up race in battle rap? Does that like offend you? Is that offensive?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't offend me. I mean, like if someone says anything regarding my race, that's it is what it is, because at the end of the day it is I do realize battle rap and rap in general is Black culture, so I do realize like I'm a guest in the culture, and I'm happy to be given a chance to perform and everything. But when it goes the other way, since we are guests in the culture, when white people do racist things towards Black people in the battle rap, that's where it tends to start altercations and stuff. So it's cool either way, and there's a lot of black MCs that use race they use like the platform to speak about the injustice that's going on to Black people from police brutality and everything. So it's not like they're even dissing the opponent, but they're like saying, since you're white, let me speak about what white cops are doing to our people. And it's like it's a good platform to have their voice heard, I find, for that. So
that was refreshing. So you're in tune with what's going on in the community.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, that's what's up. And even though you live in Canada, do y'all have y'all air to the streets about Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and all the injustice we lost, and this year, along with like police brutality and racism, has it like had an impact on y'all up there?
Yeah, I mean, not as much as it has in the States, but it definitely has. There was marches everywhere in Canada. So there was one in where I'm from in Ottawa. I didn't end up going just because it was peak coronavirus season and everything. But had it literally been any other year, I would have went. But it definitely affected everywhere in Canada. People heard about it. It was all everyone was talking about, and it definitely opened up a lot of people's eyes who weren't aware of what was going on, because obviously those issues are more prevalent in the States than they are in Canada, and a lot of people in Canada weren't aware that type of stuff was going on. So as horrible as it was good that it was captured on video, so a lot of people that aren't aware that stuff was going on were able to see that there's issues that need to be spoken about. And being silent about it doesn't help anything either. If you're being silent and not speaking about it, I wouldn't say it's, as some people say, it's just as bad as doing it, but you're not helping push the right agenda if you just sweep it under the rug. So I've always I made some post on Instagram and Facebook to hopefully inspire more white people to speak about it too, because I know it's an awkward thing sometimes for white people to speak about, but the more people talk about it, the more we could resolve these issues in due time.
Yeah, very well said. You said a mouthful. Going into hip hop, how do you feel about the present state of hip hop and where it's going now? More like mainstream hip hop. Like, do you feel like the new wave of artists are bringing hip hop to another level, or are we just going backwards?
It depends how you look at it. I mean, I like all the mumble rap and stuff. I like it because it's like more lit party music. Like when you're out, you're drinking, it's a vibe, so like you're drinking, you're partying with your friends, and the new mumble rap style, it's more like melodic and catchy, so it's good. I think a lot of people enjoy that. But I also like the old school stuff like Big L, Biggie, Tupac, all of the old school stuff. I think like lyricism in the mainstream has went downhill, but it's just everything evolves, and right now it's more about catching a vibe than lyricism in the mainstream. So everything goes through waves.
That's cool. Who's your favorite mainstream artist?
Your favorite artist.
Male mainstream artist, and your favorite female hip hop mainstream artist or underground. Who are you listening to?
Yeah. So mainstream, I mean, biased, but I gotta go Drake.
Hey! You can't say Drake. I should have said no. Of course you're gonna say Drake. I don't know why I said that.
Let me see. I do like J. Cole, Kendrick. Okay. They're definitely up there for me. I'm trying to think female artists. I mean, like the one I guess I'm listening to the most right now is just probably Cardi B, because she's all over the radio. It's hard not to listen to Cardi B. My favorite female rapper, I really like, it's underground, but her name's Beans. She was on Rhythm and Flow, and I
didn't watch Rhythm and Flow. I gotta check her out. Is she dope?
She's dope. Like she's more like underground style, and like I saw her on that show, and I thought she was really dope, and I kind of like followed her stuff a bit on Instagram, and I think she's dope.
Do you think that any of the artists that are mainstream could like do a battle with the KOTD guys, and with like who would win if we did like a mainstream battle versus a battle rap group of people?
Yeah, they could. A few people have, like Cassidy has. He battled a couple times.
He's super dope.
Yeah, he's super dope. He didn't really transition well in the battles, but yeah, he tried to do it. I'm trying to think who else Joe Budden did it. He battled Hollow to Dawn. He didn't do that good either. So I think some people could. It's just it would you'd have to find the right person to do it, because it's a different sport per se. Like if you put us in a booth with them, we're not going to make a better song than them. But you put them in what we do in the battle arena, probably 9 times out of 10 will do better, because it's just what we've been doing. So it's kind of like boxing and MMA. You put Floyd Mayweather in the cage with McGregor will win. But if McGregor puts on the gloves, Floyd's going to beat him.
You know what? You said it perfectly. That's the best way I've heard it all day. Like that was really well how you said it. What do you think is the biggest misconception in the music business?
Biggest misconception in the music business is, it's a good question. Let me think about that. I would say the biggest misconception would be that just because you're famous and you're on tours and you're on the radio doesn't actually mean that you're rich. Like even people like Kesha and certain artists sign bad deals, and you would assume that they're like millionaires and are able to retire, but like their label ate a lot of their money, or they were actually in debt to their label. They got like advances. So I would say like definitely, yeah, I think that happened to Meg the Stallion too. She was complaining she got a bad deal. And like if you just look at everything that she's done, you would think, oh, Meg the Stallion's caked up. Like she's you know.
I think Rock Nation came and saved her. I'm pretty sure J and B are doing real good behind her now.
Yeah, she did get saved. So it just goes to show like you don't really know how much people are bringing home at the end of the day. And then there's these underground people who aren't on the radio and stuff, and you know, maybe only have like 100, 200,000 Instagram followers, but they have a loyal fan base and they're buying all their merch, and they get 100% of their royalties. And then those people are making close to like $1 million or a few $100,000 a year. And you would think, oh, they're struggling artists. So I would say that's the biggest misconception, is just because you're on the radio and you're signed doesn't mean that you're in a better position than an unsigned artist.
Okay, well said. Tell us about the music scene in Canada. What's it like out there? Do y'all have open mics? Are y'all open right now with the pandemic?
Yeah, it's a cool scene out here. And like Toronto has really, really grown in the last 5 years. Like Toronto people, they didn't really even talk about it before. Now even all these songs in the States, the rappers are like, I was in the Six, and like the Six is Toronto. So when these rappers are saying like, I got my bad bitch. The Six is Toronto, the area code 647. So the Six is Toronto.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when you hear these rappers saying I had, just flew, my bitch is from the Six, like they're speaking about Toronto. So Drake kind of made, it used to be called the Dot, to Toronto T Dot, and then Drake kind of changed it to the Six. So yeah, Toronto's popping up. Like there's Tory Lanez, obviously people know about him, Drake, Pressa, and there's just there's this distinct
Pressa
Toronto.
Is dope. I seen Pressa on Instagram a few weeks ago. She's hard.
Pressa, super dope. So Toronto's got a really good scene, and yeah, we're closed right now because of the pandemic, so there's not much going on. But Toronto's definitely a good scene, and kind of a hater scene though. A lot of people do, like the Toronto rappers do beef with each other and hate when they see someone come up. Like when Tory was getting a buzz, people were hating and stuff. So yeah, a bit of a hater city, but it's still definitely like, I think it's like that anywhere though. Like when people see you leave your hometown, they get that.
It was like that in Philly too. When Cassie started popping off, like he was getting all kinds of hate. People could be really hateful and jealous and don't want to see other people succeed. So I guess y'all getting that in Canada. It's probably all over the world. So what's your schedule for 2021? What you got coming up?
2021, I got the King of the Dot title match. So I'm doing that. So like the championship match, I'm going to be battling January 10th on it's like called the Grand Prix Finals card. So I'm going against a guy named Real Deal. He's the champion right now.
You're gonna take the belt, right? You're gonna kill him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Did you start preparing your battle? Did you prepare your music yet? Is it
I'm pretty prepared. I'm just like in the memorization stage right now, but I'm definitely happy with where I'm at. And so I got that, and then also I do like the Wildin Out stuff as well, but that's kind of like on hiatus right now.
I don't have a rollie, but I stand a chance. I toss a girl salad with a dab of ranch. And as a rap duo, y'all ain't the greatest. You're only here because Ray Shremmer couldn't make it. Yo, I heard him bring up Get Out, so you brought up Get Out, but have you seen your mother's waist? Her so deep they call it the sunken place.
For two reasons, because of the coronavirus, and also Nick did have a fallout with Viacom
Right.
regarding
I
some
was going to
comments
ask.
he made.
I was going to ask you about that. So, how is Wildin' Out going to move forward? Are they going to just move on and replace Nick with someone else, or?
I have no idea. I mean, I've seen meme rumors saying they wanted DC Young Fly, but it was just a meme rumor, so it doesn't really hold any weight. But I don't know. I've also seen from legit sites saying that Viacom and Nick Cannon, they've like accepted his apology and they're coming to terms. So there's a chance that they might bring Wildin' Out back. I personally think it will come back because Nick Cannon's apologized, and then he's also taken action into his apology, and he's doing certain things right now with the Jewish community, and he's like posting Instagram photos and stories of him reading a lot of books about the Jewish community and really studying about it, because I don't think he meant any hate towards them. I think he just said something and didn't quite understand their history and how it could be deemed as hurtful from what he said. So I think he truly is sorry, and they're seeing that. And it's just money. It's a money maker. Wildin' Out is one of the biggest money making shows for MTV, and money talks and bullshit takes the bus. So I think
even when they were
they're going to do it.
When they were coming to Atlanta, everybody was going to Wildin' Out. So we hope that y'all can, I hope Viacom can get it together. I hope that they make amends with Nick, because like he's a really big part of Wildin' Out. Like, I don't know if we can have it without Nick Cannon.
Wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't. I don't know. And I heard DC Young Fly saying that he said that he's really loyal to Nick Cannon, so he wouldn't even be down with hosting the show without Nick on there. So I don't think that'd be a route to go with anyway. So hopefully that Viacom get it together so you can get back on Wildin' Out and get them checks too for 2021.
Yeah, for real. I don't really think anyone would do the show if it wasn't Nick, because like Nick put us all on. So if they were like, oh, we found some new host, like I don't think the current castmates would even want to do that, just because it would be like a slap in the face to Nick. Like, you put us on and then you have a fallout, then we're like, oh, see you, Nick, thanks thanks for putting us on. Like, I feel like most of us would be like, yeah, if it's not Nick, it's not Wildin' Out.
Thanks. What was it like working with him?
It was good. Like, he was super respectful and polite, and there's rumors of a lot of people like Ellen DeGeneres that she was rude to the people she worked with, like you would have never guessed it and stuff. And like, I'd never seen Nick be rude to anyone. He was always super polite. He was a great leader. And he was really good at motivating us, because even though the show's super fun to do, it's long days. We're at the studio 10 to 12 hours doing like 3 shows a day, and like it's tiring getting out there and thinking of new material and making people laugh all day. Then going eating and working on your material, like all in a day's work. So like, he was good at motivating us and helping us stay focused, and just an overall was definitely a great boss and a great leader.
That's what's up. So y'all actually write your own material on that show? Like, everything is written by y'all, like off the top of your head? It's not scripted?
No, it's like they let us know, like, we have certain games. Like, there's every episode there's a wild stall, and there's like certain games that could play. Lemmy Hall, breaking up is hard to do, pick up and kill it. And like, when we go on to do the show, we don't always necessarily know the exact games we're going to play, but we have usually a good idea. And then it's just like that. But a lot of it's improv too, because certain things will happen. People will say certain things and you'll make a joke about it. But if I think that we're going to play like Let Me Holla, then I'll have like a pickup line prepared, to like pick up a girl for the game. So like, some of it's off the head, and then some of it you just like pre-memorize it. Got you.
Who was your favorite guest on that show? Who was the best show of all time on Wildin' Out?
Chance the Rapper.
Hey, that was dope. I didn't like how y'all did Azealia Banks, but Chance was good. Azealia, they were so mean to her on that show.
Yeah, you know what? out of all the people I've met on the show, she was the only one that was rude to Nick Cannon and the guests. So she was
rude. Oh, I take it
she
back.
was really rude. Like I don't want to say his name, but one of my castmates on the show, he saw her before the show, like in the hallway, and said something to her, like something polite. It was just like, "Oh, you ready for the wild style? Like it's gonna get crazy," something like normal and innocent. And then she was like, she dissed what he had on, and she's like, "You probably a virgin," and like walked right by him, but like didn't say it in a joking way. It was like kind of rude. And then before she got on the show, Nick was like, "Yo, is there anything you don't want us to say? Like that's off limits?" And she's like, "Nah, everything's good." And then she went on there, and people started dissing her just because that's what we do. And then she got super mad and caused a scene and ran off the stage, which is never happened before. And then we finished the episode with her, and Nick wasn't really going to air most of the episode. He's going to cut out like the parts of her because he didn't want her to look bad, like her crying and yelling. But then the next day on Instagram, or Twitter, one of the two, she made a post, and Nick Cannon has a disease called lupus.
Yeah,
and she was like, yeah, and she made a post like, "I hope Nick Cannon dies of lupus." And like, so Nick was like, "Okay, like if you're gonna play like that, like we're gonna show people what happened," because she was saying she was a victim on the show, and we dissed her and were so rude to her. Then it's like, well, Nick showed what happened, and like, the fact that she's gonna say he hope he dies of lupus, that's more than a low blow, and that's not even
that
like
was
on
nasty. And that's crazy. Yeah. I didn't know any of that. I take back everything I say, child. Wow.
Yeah, she was the only person on the show that I didn't like out of all the celebrity guests. She was the only one that was like really rude to us all.
Well, we see where that's gotten her. She's lost a lot of blessings, so we'll just keep her on the player list. But back to you, what's your upcoming battle? So I was going to ask, can you give us like 5 bars of something you have ready for January? Give us a little sample of what the people are going to get when you win this title next year.
I can't do that because then like my opponent will be ready and he'll know like the type of stuff I'm going to have. It all has to be like new material. So
what about something from back in the day that you remember off the top of your head? Like 5 bars to take us home.
Oh, okay. From what I did in past battles, I'll try to think of one of my. I was battling a guy named Shotgun Shug, and I had a line. He was like he was doing a lot of like white jokes and stuff, and he's kind of chubby, and he's friends with a guy named Surf. So the whole thing I had was like something for Baba to Duel. The only time they scream surf is when you hop in a pool. You want to bully a cracker? Oh, you thought you was cool? This is Columbine. A white boy's taking a shotgun to school. So that line got super crazy because like Columbine, when they took the shotgun to school and everything.
Yes,
so,
great.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I want you to win. I will definitely be tapping in January and follow you on Instagram to make sure I tap in for this battle so I can get my life. My sister put me on to the KOTD battle. She's like obsessed with you guys. She's an independent artist up in she's in Atlanta, but she loves the battle rappers. So shout out to you. I wish you the best so much, and thank you for taking the time out to talk to me.
Yeah, no doubt. Thanks for having me on. And if you want to watch the battle, you and your sister or all of your fans and listeners, it's January 10th. And it's free to watch at 3 p.m. Eastern is when the card starts. And it's on an app called Twitch. You're probably familiar with Twitch?
Of course.
Yeah. So Twitch, King of the Dot. That's the channel. And you just click 3 p.m. Eastern, January 10th. It's free to watch. King of the Dot is the channel. And you just watch the battles. Don't have to pay a cent. It's free entertainment.
Count the diva in. She will be there for the story.
Yo, what up? It's Charron. We just wrapped up another episode with Live with Carisha.
Period. Thank you so much. Enjoy your new year, okay?
Yeah, you too.
You ain't gotta spin it 'cause you know, girl, you